Egyptian language. The Egyptian language Egyptian, km.t, Middle Egyptian pronunciation, ⲭ in ⲭⲏ Coptic. Thai is an Afro-Asiatic language which was spoken in ancient Egypt. Its attestation stretches over an extraordinarily long time, from the Old Egyptian stage mid-4th millennium BC Old Kingdom of Egypt. Its earliest known complete written sentence has been dated to about 2690 BC, which makes it one of the oldest recorded languages known, along with Sumerian. Its classical form is known as Middle Egyptian, the vernacular of the Middle Kingdom of Egypt, which remained the literary language of Egypt until the Roman period. The spoken language had evolved into Demotic by the time of Classical Antiquity, and finally into Coptic by the time of Christianization. Spoken Coptic was almost extinct by the 17th century, but it remains in use as the liturgical language of the Coptic Orthodox Church of Alexandria. Classification. The Egyptian language belongs to the Afro-Asiatic language family. Among the typological features of Egyptian that are typically Afro-Asiatic are its fusional morphology, non-concatenative morphology, a series of emphatic consonants, a three-vowel system /iu/ nominal feminine suffix *@ nominal m, adjectival *I, and characteristic personal verbal affixes. Of the other Afro-Asiatic branches, linguists have variously suggested that the Egyptian language shares its greatest affinities with Berber and Semitic. In Egyptian, the Proto-Afro-Asiatic voiced consonants */dzd/ developed into pharyngeal / Egyptian r. T portal Semitic dal door. Afro-Asiatic */l/ merged with Egyptian n, r, and j in the dialect on which the written language was based, but it was preserved in other Egyptian varieties. Original */kgk/ palatalized to tjd in some environments and are preserved as kgq in others. The Egyptian language has many biradical and perhaps monoradical roots, in contrast to the Semitic preference for triradical roots. Egyptian is probably more conservative, and Semitic likely underwent later regularizations converting roots into the triradical pattern. Although Egyptian is the oldest Afro-Asiatic language documented in written form, its morphological repertoire is very different from that of the rest of the Afro-Asiatic in general, and Semitic languages in particular. There are multiple possibilities. Egyptian had already undergone radical changes from Proto-Afro-Asiatic before it was recorded. The Afro-Asiatic family has so far been studied with an excessively Semito-centric approach, or, as G.W. Tsereteli suggests, Afro-Asiatic is an allogenetic rather than a genetic group of languages. History. The Egyptian language is conventionally grouped into 6 major chronological divisions. Archaic Egyptian before 2600 BC, the reconstructed language of the early dynastic period. Old Egyptian c. 2600–2000 BC, the language of the Old Kingdom. Middle Egyptian c. 2013–50 BC, the language of the Middle Kingdom to early New Kingdom, and continuing on as a literary language into the 4th century. Late Egyptian c. 1350–700 BC, Amarna period to 3rd Intermediate period. Demotic c. 700 BC 8400, the vernacular of the late period, Ptolemaic and early Roman Egypt. Coptic after c. 200 AD, the vernacular at the time of Christianization, and liturgical language of Egyptian Christianity. Old, Middle, and Late Egyptian were all written using both the hieroglyphic and hieratic scripts. Demotic is the name of the script derived from hieratic beginning in the 7th century BC. The Coptic alphabet was derived from the Greek alphabet, with adaptations for Egyptian phonology. It was first developed in the Ptolemaic period, and gradually replaced the Demotic script in about the 4th to 5th centuries of the Christian era. Old Egyptian. The term Archaic Egyptian is sometimes reserved for the earliest use of hieroglyphs, from the late 4th through the early 3rd millennia BC. At the earliest stage, around 3300 BC, hieroglyphs were not a fully developed writing system, being at a transitional stage of proto-writing. Over the time leading up to the 27th century BC, grammatical features such as nisba formation can be seen to occur. Old Egyptian is dated from the oldest known complete sentence, including a finite verb, which has been found. Discovered in the tomb of Seth-Peribsen dated c. 2690 BC, the seal impression reads. Extensive texts appear from about 2600 BC. The pyramid texts are the largest body of literature written in this phase of the language. One of its distinguishing characteristics is the tripling of ideograms, phonograms, and determinatives to indicate the plural. Overall, it does not differ significantly from Middle Egyptian, the classical stage of the language, though it is based on a different dialect. In the period of the Third Dynasty c. 2650 c. 2575 BC, many of the principles of hieroglyphic writing were regularized. From that time on, till the script was supplanted by an early version of Coptic about the 3rd and 4th centuries, the system remained virtually unchanged. Even the number of signs used remained constant, at about 700 for more than 2,000 years. Middle Egyptian. Middle Egyptian was spoken for about 700 years, beginning around 2000 BC. As the classical variant of Egyptian, Middle Egyptian is the best documented variety of the language and has attracted the most attention by far from Egyptology. Whilst most Middle Egyptian is seen written on monuments by hieroglyphs, it was also written using a cursive variant and the related hieratic. Middle Egyptian first became available to modern scholarship with the decipherment of hieroglyphs in the early 19th century. The first grammar of Middle Egyptian was published by Adolf Erman in 1894, surpassed in 1927 by Alan Gardner's work. Middle Egyptian has been well understood since then, although certain points of the verbal inflection remained open to revision till the mid-20th century, notably due to the contributions of Hans Jakob Polotsky. The Middle Egyptian stage is taken to have ended around the 14th century BC, giving rise to Late Egyptian. This transition was taking place in the later period of the 18th dynasty of Egypt known as the Amarna period. Middle Egyptian was retained as a literary standard language, and in this usage survived until the Christianization of Roman Egypt in the 4th century. Late Egyptian. Late Egyptian, appearing around 1350 BC, is represented by a large body of religious and secular literature, comprising such examples as the story of Wenamun, the love poems of the Chester Beatty I Papyrus, and the Instruction of Eni. Instructions became a popular literary genre of the New Kingdom, which took the form of advice on proper behavior. Late Egyptian was also the language of New Kingdom administration. The Hebrew Bible contains some words, terms, and names that are thought by scholars to be Egyptian in origin. An example of this is Zaphnath-Pani, the Egyptian name given to Joseph. Demotic and Coptic. Demotic is the name given to the Egyptian script used to write both the Egyptian vernacular of the late period from the 8th century BC as well as texts in archaic forms of the language. It was written in a script derived from a northern variety of hieratic writing. The last evidence of archaic Egyptian in Demotic is a graffito written in 452 BC, but Demotic was used to write vernacular before and in parallel with the Coptic script throughout the early Ptolemaic kingdom, until it was supplanted by the Coptic alphabet entirely. Coptic is the name given to the late Egyptian vernacular when it was written in a Greek-based alphabet. The Coptic alphabet It flourished from the time of early Christianity c. 31/33 324, but first appeared during the Hellenistic period c. 3rd century BC. It survived into the medieval period. By the 16th century, Coptic was dwindling rapidly due to the persecution of Coptic Christians under the Mamluks. It probably survived in the Egyptian countryside as a spoken language for several centuries after that. Coptic survives as the liturgical language of the Coptic Orthodox Church of Alexandria and the Coptic Catholic Church. Dialects. Most hieroglyphic Egyptian texts are written in a literary prestige register rather than the vernacular speech variety of their author. A result, dialectical differences are not apparent in written Egyptian until the adoption of the Coptic alphabet. Nevertheless, it is clear that these differences existed before the Coptic period. In one late Egyptian letter dated c. 1200 BC, a scribe jokes that his colleague's writing is incoherent like the speech of a Delta man with a man of Elephantine. Recently, some evidence of internal dialects has been found in pairs of similar words in Egyptian that, based on similarities with later dialects of Coptic, may be derived from northern and southern dialects of Egyptian. Written Coptic has 5 major dialects, which differ mainly in graphic conventions, most notably the Southern Setic dialect, the main Classical dialect, and the Northern Bohairic dialect, currently used in Coptic church services. Writing systems. Most surviving texts in the Egyptian language are written on stone in hieroglyphs. The native name for Egyptian hieroglyphic writing is ZH and MDW writing of the gods' words. In antiquity, most texts were written on perishable papyrus in hieratic and later Demotic, which are now lost. There was also a form of cursive hieroglyphs, used for religious documents on papyrus, such as the Book of the Dead of the 20th dynasty. It was simpler to write than the hieroglyphs in stone inscriptions, but it was not as cursive as hieratic and lacked the wide use of ligatures. Additionally, there was a variety of stone-cut hieratic, known as lapidary hieratic. In the language's final stage of development, the Coptic alphabet replaced the older writing system. Hieroglyphs are employed in 2 ways in Egyptian texts, as ideograms to represent the idea depicted by the pictures, and, more commonly, as phonograms to represent their phonetic value. As the phonetic realization of Egyptian cannot be known with certainty, Egyptologists use a system of transliteration to denote each sound that could be represented by a unilateral hieroglyph. Phonology. While the consonantal phonology of the Egyptian language may be reconstructed, the exact phonetics are unknown, and there are varying opinions on how to classify the individual phonemes. In addition, because Egyptian is recorded over a full 2,000 years, the archaic and late stages being separated by the amount of time that separates Old Latin from modern Italian, significant phonetic changes must have occurred during that lengthy time frame. Phonologically, Egyptian contrasted labial, alveolar, palatal, velar, uvular, pharyngeal, and glottal consonants. Egyptian also contrasted voiceless and emphatic consonants, as with other Afro-Asiatic languages, but exactly how the emphatic consonants were realized is unknown. Early research had assumed that the opposition in stops was one of voicing, but it is now thought to be either one of tenues and emphatic consonants, as in many Semitic languages, or one of aspirated and ejective consonants, as in many Cushitic languages. Since vowels were not written until Coptic, reconstructions of the Egyptian vowel system are much more uncertain and rely mainly on evidence from Coptic and records of Egyptian words, especially proper nouns, in other languages/writing systems. Also, scribal errors provide evidence of changes in pronunciation over time. The actual pronunciations reconstructed by such means are used only by a few specialists in the language. For all other purposes, the Egyptological pronunciation is used, but it often bears little resemblance to what is known of how Egyptian was pronounced. Consonants. The following consonants are reconstructed for Archaic, before 2600 BC, and Old Egyptian 2686-2181 BC, with IPA equivalents in square brackets if they differ from the usual transcription scheme, * possibly unvoiced ejectives. /L/ has no independent representation in the hieroglyphic orthography, and it is frequently written as if it were /n/ or /r/. That is probably because the standard for written Egyptian is based on a dialect in which /L/ had merged with other sonorants. Also, the rare cases of // the phoneme /j/ is written as j in initial position jt equals * ya, tvj / father, and immediately after a stressed vowel bjn equals * ba. In Middle Egyptian 2055-1650 BC, a number of consonantal shifts take place. By the beginning of the Middle Kingdom period, /z/ and /s/ had merged, and the graphemes s and z are used interchangeably. In addition, /j/ had become /. In late Egyptian 1069-700 BC, the phonemes d, d, g gradually merge with their counterparts ttk, dbn * d, ban / Akkadian transcription ba and dbn weight. Also, td often becomes /td/ t * pi, jat / Akkadian transcription pi ta bo. More changes occur in the first millennium BC and the first centuries AD, leading to Coptic first 17th centuries AD. In Sahidic HHH had merged into SHS most often from H and H/H/ most often HH. Bohairic and Ак-mimic are more conservative and have a velar fricative /x/kh in Bohairic in Ак-mimic. Pharyngeal * had merged into glottal // is not indicated orthographically unless it follows a stressed vowel. Then it is marked by doubling the vowel letter except in Bohairic, Ак-mimic /zo p/ w * /kopra/ has become. The phoneme /v/ was probably pronounced as a fricative b, becoming /p/ after a stressed vowel in syllables that had been closed in earlier Egyptian. Compare */ na. The phonemes /dgz/ occur only in Greek loanwords, with rare exceptions triggered by a nearby /n/ tntsb. W school. Earlier *d/dgq are preserved as ejective tckk before vowels in Coptic. Although the same graphemes are used for the pulmonic stops g, the existence of the former may be inferred because the stops g/p/t/ck/ are allophonically aspirated ph/th/ch/kh before stressed vowels and sonorant consonants. In Bohairic, the allophones are written with the special graphemes ch, but other dialects did not mark aspiration. Sahidic, Bohairic the son. Thus, Bohairic does not mark aspiration for reflexes of older *d/dgq, Sahidic, and Bohairic */ horn. Also, the definite article is unaspirated when the next word begins with a glottal stop, Bohairic plus the account. The consonant system of Coptic is as follows. Various orthographic representations, see above. Vowels. Here is the vowel system reconstructed for earlier Egyptian. Vowels are always short in unstressed syllables tpj equals */ tappage / first and long in open stressed syllables rmt equals * ra, mac / man, but they can be either short or long in closed stressed syllables jnn equals */ janin / we, mn equals * ma, n / to stay. In the late New Kingdom, after Ramses Roman II, around 1200 BC, */a/ changes to */o/ like the Canaanite shift. */u/ therefore changes to */e/ SNJ tree */su n j/*/c and @/Akkadian transcription sine. In the early New Kingdom, short stressed */i/ changes to */e/ MNJ means */manage */man /Akkadian transcription ma ni. Later, probably 1800 BC, a short stressed */u/ changes to */e/dn. Tanis */Jew. Nat/ was borrowed into Hebrew as *su, and but would become transcribed as ce /sa anu during the Neo-Assyrian Empire. Unstressed vowels, especially after a stress, become */@/. NF are good */na, */i/ changes to */e/ next to / and /j/ ww soldier */y ew */we @ earlier Akkadian transcription uiu later uea. In Sahidic and Bohairic Coptic, late Egyptian stressed */ a / becomes */o/ and */e/ becomes /a/, but are unchanged in the other dialects. SN */san brother Sahidic and Bohairic son, Achaemenic, Lycopolitan and Fayumic san. RN name */rin */ren Sahidic and Bohairic ran, Achaemenic. However, Sahidic and Bohairic preserve */a/ and Fayumic renders it as e in the presence of guttural fricatives db 10,000 */ba /Sahidic. Achaemenic and Lycopolitan tba, Bohairic thba, Fayumic tbe. In Achaemenic and Lycopolitan, */ a / becomes /o/ before etymological / jtrw river */ jatraw * ya are @ Sahidic ior, Bohairic ir, Achaemenic ior, Fayumic iol, ir. Similarly, the diphthongs */ */aw/ which normally have reflexes /oj/ Sahidic and Bohairic preserve */ e/ before / etymological or from lenited /trj/ or tonic syllable coda /w/ Sahidic and Bohairic ni to euphem */net */nick / may also have different reflexes before sonorants, near sibilants, and in diphthongs. Old */ a / surfaces as /u/ after nasals, and occasionally other consonants. In tr god */ na car / nu t /nout /u has acquired phonemic status, as is evidenced by minimal pairs like to approach han /ho and */ ka nan hnvs. Inside hound /hu and */ ka na hnw. An etymological */ u */ e often surfaces as /i. Most Coptic dialects have two phonemic vowels in unstressed position. Unstressed vowels generally became /at/ written as e or null I in Bohairic and Fayumic word finally, but Protonic unstressed /a/ occurs as a reflex of earlier unstressed */e/ near an etymological pharyngeal velar or sonorant to become many aside s asterisk slash, ic r slash, or an unstressed asterisk slash a slash. Protonic I is underlyingly slash at j slash, Sahidic ibis hiboi hjbj. W asterisk slash hijva, j. W slash. Thus, the following is the Sahidic vowel system C 8400. Phonotactics. Earlier Egyptian has the syllable structure CV, C in which V is long in open stressed syllables and short elsewhere. In addition, CV, C or CVCC can occur in word final stressed position. However, CV, C occurs only in the infinitive of biconsonantal verbal roots, CVCC only in some plurals. In later Egyptian, stressed CVC, CVCC, and CV become much more common because of the loss of final dentals and glides. Stress. Earlier Egyptian stresses one of the last two syllables. According to some scholars, that is a development from a stage in Proto-Egyptian in which the third last syllable could be stressed, which was lost as open postonic syllables lost their vowels asterisk slash cupra slash asterisk slash cupra slash transformation. Egyptological pronunciation. As a convention, Egyptologists make use of an Egyptological pronunciation in English. The consonants are given fixed values, and vowels are inserted according to essentially arbitrary rules. Two consonants, aleph and ayin, are generally pronounced /a/. Yod is pronounced /i/w/u/. Between other consonants /e/ is then inserted. Thus, for example, the Egyptian name Rameses is most accurately transliterated as RMSSW and transcribed as Ramesu. It means Ra has fashioned literally, born him. In transcription, A, I, and U all represent consonants. For example, the name Tutankhamun 1341–1323 BC was written in Egyptian as TWTNHIMN. Experts have assigned generic sounds to these values as a matter of convenience, which is an artificial pronunciation, and should not be mistaken for how Egyptian was ever pronounced at any time. For example, the name TWTNHIMN is conventionally pronounced in English, but, in his lifetime, it was likely to be pronounced something like asterisk t at wa t at a and at kh amma n at, transliterable as t at wet at and at kh amin at. Morphology. Egyptian is fairly typical for an Afro-Asiatic language in that at the heart of its vocabulary is most commonly a root of 3 consonants, but there are sometimes only 2 consonants in the root, rw rai. Asunda is thought to have been something like a voiced pharyngeal fricative. Larger roots are also common and can have up to 5 consonants, shdhdb upside down. Vowels and other consonants are added to the root to derive different meanings, as Arabic, Hebrew, and other Afro-Asiatic languages still do. However, because vowels and sometimes glides are not written in any Egyptian script except Coptic, it can be difficult to reconstruct the actual forms of words. Thus, orthographic STP to choose, for example, can represent the stative whose endings can be left unexpressed, the imperfective forms, or even a verbal noun a choosing. Nouns. Egyptian nouns can be masculine or feminine, the latter is indicated, as with other Afro-Asiatic languages, by adding a T and singular or plural W/WT or dual Y/tie. Articles, both definite and indefinite, do not occur until late Egyptian but are used widely thereafter. Pronouns. Egyptian has 3 different types of personal pronouns, suffix, enclitic, called dependent by Egyptologists, and independent pronouns. There are also a number of verbal endings added to the infinitive to form the stative, and are regarded by some linguists as a 4th set of personal pronouns. They bear close resemblance to their Semitic counterparts. The three main sets of personal pronouns are as follows. Demonstrative pronouns have separate masculine and feminine singular forms and common plural forms for both genders. Finally are interrogative pronouns. They bear a close resemblance to their Semitic and Berber counterparts. Verbs. Egyptian verbs have finite and non-finite forms. Finite verbs convey person, tense/aspect, mood, and voice. Each is indicated by a set of affixal morphemes attached to the verb. The basic conjugation is SDM. He hears. Non-finite verbs occur without a subject and are the infinitive, the participles, and the negative infinitive, which Egyptian grammar, being an introduction to the study of hieroglyphs, calls negatival complement. There are two main tenses/aspects in Egyptian, past and temporally unmarked imperfective and aorist forms. The latter are determined from their syntactic context. Adjectives. Adjectives agree in gender and number with the nouns they modify, as nfr the good man, and sint nfrt the good woman. Attributive adjectives in phrases are after the nouns they modify, the great god in tr. However, when they are used independently as a predicate in an adjectival phrase, as the god is great in tr literally, great is the god, adjectives precede the nouns they modify. Prepositions. While Afro-Asiatic, Egyptian makes use of prepositions, more common in English and other Indo-European languages. Adverbs. Adverbs in Egyptian are at the end of a sentence in ⲫ. And in trim the god went there. There im is the adverb. Here are some other common Egyptian adverbs. Syntax. Old Egyptian, Classical Egyptian, and Middle Egyptian have verb subject object as the basic word order. However, that changed in the later stages of the language, including Late Egyptian, Demotic, and Coptic. The equivalent to the man opens the door would be a sentence that would correspond, in the language's earlier stages, to opens the man the door wns. The so-called construct state combines two or more nouns to express the genitive, as in Semitic and Berber languages. The early stages of Egyptian have no articles, but the later forms use p, t, and n. As with other Afro-Asiatic languages, Egyptian uses two grammatical genders, masculine and feminine. It also uses three grammatical numbers, singular, dual, and plural. However, later Egyptian has a tendency to lose the dual as a productive form. Legacy. The Egyptian language survived into the early modern period in the form of the Coptic language. Coptic survived past the 16th century only as an isolated vernacular. However, in antiquity, Egyptian exerted some influence on Classical Greek. Examples include Ebony Egyptian HBNY, via Greek and then Latin. Ivory Egyptian BW, literally ivory, elephant. Natron via Greek. Lily Coptic Ḥ'lari via Greek. Ibis Egyptian HBJ via Greek. Greek. Oasis Demotic WHJ via Greek. Greek. Perhaps Barge Greek Baris Egyptian boat from Coptic Baal, ⲭ, small boat from Egyptian BJR, and possibly cat, and of course a number of terms and proper names directly associated with ancient Egypt, such as Pharaoh Egyptian PR, literally Great House, transmitted via Hebrew and Greek. The name Egypt itself is etymologically identical to that of the Copts, ultimately from the late Egyptian name of Memphis, ⲿ, a continuation of Middle Egyptian ⲿ, Temple of the Ka-Soul of Ptah. A number of words in Biblical Hebrew are also traced to Egyptian. Apart from Pharaoh, most of these have not entered Greek, Latin, or English usage. Literature. Overviews. Allen, James P. The Ancient Egyptian Language, An Historical Study, Cambridge University Press, 2013. ISBN 978-1107-3246-0 hardback, ISBN 978-1107-66467-8 paperback. Lopriano, Antonio, Ancient Egyptian, A Linguistic Introduction, Cambridge University Press, 1995. ISBN 0-521-44384-9 hardback, ISBN 0-521-44849-2 paperback. Fust, Karsten, Egyptian Phonology, An Introduction to the Phonology of a Dead Language, Fust and mäßig, 1999. ISBN 3-933-043-26 PDF online. Vergote, Joseph, Problems de l'Annominalbildung in Egyptian, Chronique d'Egypte 51 1976, pp. 261, 285. Weisichl, Werner, La Vocalisation de la langue égyptienne, FAO, Cairo, 1990. ISBN 9000-782-7247-96-1. Grammars. Allen, James P. Middle Egyptian, An Introduction to the Language and Culture of Hieroglyphs, 1st edition, Cambridge University Press, 1999. ISBN 0-521-65312-6 hardback, ISBN 0-521-77483-7 paperback. Borgouts, Joris F., Egyptian, An Introduction to the Writing and Language of the Middle Kingdom, 2 vols. Peters, 2010. ISBN 978-942-92000-294-5 paperback. Collier, Mark, and Manley, Bill, How to Read Egyptian Hieroglyphs, A Step-by-Step Guide to Teach Yourself. Gardiner, Sir Alan H. Egyptian Grammar, Being an Introduction to the Study of Hieroglyphs, Griffith Institute, Oxford, 3rd ed. 1957. ISBN 0-900,416-35-1. Hock, James E. Middle Egyptian Grammar, Benben Publications, Mississauga, 1997. ISBN 0-920,168-12-4. Selden, Daniel L. Hieroglyphic Egyptian, An Introduction to the Language and Literature of the Middle Kingdom, University of California Press, 2013. ISBN 978-0-520-27546-1 hardback. Dictionaries. Ehrman, Adolf and Grappau, Hermann das Wörterbuch der Adjektivischen Sprache, Wiley VCH Verlag GmbH, Berlin, 1992. ISBN 978-3522-64-2 paperback, ISBN 978-3522-66-6 reference vols. 1-5. Faulkner, Raymond O. A Concise Dictionary of Middle Egyptian, Griffith Institute, Oxford, 1962. ISBN 0-900,416-32-7 hardback. Lesko, Leonard H. A Dictionary of Late Egyptian, 2nd ed. 2 vols. B.C. Scribe Publications, Providence, 2002 at 2004. ISBN 0-930,548-14-0 vol. 1. ISBN 0-930,548-15-9 vol. 2. Shenham, David, English Egyptian Index of Faulkner's Concise Dictionary of Middle Egyptian, Undina Publications, 1977. ISBN 0-89354-5. Bonamy, Yvonne and Sadik, Ashraf, Alexander, Dictionnaire des Hieroglyphs, Hieroglyphs Francais, Actis Sud, Arles, 2010. ISBN 978-27427-8,922-1. Weissitschel, Werner, Dictionnaire étymologique de la langue copte, Peters, Leuven, 1984. ISBN 28017197-1. De Vartavan, Christian, Vocalized Dictionary of Ancient Egyptian, size, London, 2016. ISBN 978-009954898-13. Free PDF download https://www.academia.edu/24,283,355/Vocalized Dictionary of Ancient Egyptian. Online dictionaries. The Beylik word list, an online searchable dictionary of ancient Egyptian words. Translations are in German. Thesaurus Linguae Egyptiae, an online service available from October 2004 which is associated with various German Egyptological projects, including the monumental Altägyptisches Wörterbuch of the Berlin-Brandenburgische Akademie der Wissenschaften Berlin-Brandenburg, Academy of Sciences and Humanities, Berlin, Germany. Mark Vigus Dictionary 2018, a searchable dictionary of ancient Egyptian words arranged by glyph. Important note, the old grammars and dictionaries of E.A. Wallis Budge have long been considered obsolete by Egyptologists, even though these books are still available for purchase. More book information is available at Glyphs and Grammars.